Welcome back. Here are today's top movers for June 23, 2026. The runners are scanners caught during the 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. session, plus a few of the strongest momentum picks. For each one, I'll walk through the indicators, exactly why I picked it, and an educational entry, exit, and stop-loss plan. Stick around to the end. Hey everyone, let's kick things off with ADIL, which surged an impressive 52.31% today, closing at $3.29. This stock made headlines as ADIL Pharmaceuticals announced the acquisition of Azora Therapeutics, along with a significant financing deal worth up to $64 million. The relative volume was outstanding at 1,399.26, indicating strong buying interest. With a scanner score of 80.0, this is categorized as a gold runner, suggesting a solid momentum. The expected upside is a whopping 215.2%, with a peak window for activity noted before 3:30 p.m. ET. Now, if you're considering a trade plan, you might think about entering at $3.29, aiming for a target of $4.935 and a secondary target at $6.58, while keeping a stop-loss at $2.96. Just a note, while this stock has shown great movement today, keep an eye on volatility as it could swing in either direction. Next up is YDES, which managed a modest increase of 5.73% today, closing at $2.95. With a relative volume of 11.45, it's classified as a potential runner, indicating that it may not have the same explosive potential as others, but is still worth watching. The expected upside here is 51.5%, which is solid for a stock in this range. The peak activity window was noted between 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Eastern. For a trade plan, you could consider an entry point at $2.95, with an initial target of $4.425 and a second target of $5.90, while placing a stop-loss at $2.655. Remember, while YDES is showing some positive movement, keep your risk tolerance in mind as the volatility can change quickly. Now, let's take a look at CCTG, which saw a gain of 9.99% today, bringing it to a current price of 88 cents. This stock has a relative volume of 78.93 and is categorized as a potential runner. The expected upside is quite appealing at 58%. The peak trading window for CCTG was noted from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, which could be key to watch for further movement. If you're considering a trade plan, an entry at 88 cents could lead to targets of $1.32 and $1.76, with a stop-loss set at 79.2 cents. Just a quick note, since it's a lower-priced stock, be cautious with your position size, as smaller stocks can experience larger percentage swings. Moving on to QNRX, which boosted 19.29% today, now trading at $5.26. With a relative volume of 131.46, it falls into the potential runner category. The expected upside is modest at 3.4%, but every little bit helps. Activity peaked between 10 o'clock and 11:30 in the morning Eastern Time, which is something to note for future trades. For those looking to enter, consider the entry at $5.26, with targets set at $7.89 and $10.52. While keeping a stop-loss at $4.73. Just a reminder to monitor the market closely. Even small movements can signal bigger changes. Next on our list is YDES, which skyrocketed 64.24% today and is currently priced at $2.48. It had an incredible relative volume of 2,537.24, marking it as a potential runner. The expected upside is 3.2%, which may not seem high, but can lead to significant gains for those in earlier. The peak trading window was from 10 o'clock to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. A potential trade plan could involve entering at $2.48, with targets at $3.72 and $4.96, while a stop-loss can be set at $2.23.2. As always, be cautious and ensure your risk management strategy is in place, given the volatility. Let's talk about RDGT, which experienced a staggering 93.43% increase today, closing at $2.65. The relative volume of 5,952.82 is exceptionally high. placing it in the potential runner category. The expected upside is 3.0%, with activity peaking between 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. ET. If you're looking to trade this stock, you might consider an entry at $2.65, aiming for a target of $3.97 and a secondary target at $5.30, while placing a stop loss at $2.38. Just a heads up, with this type of volatile movement, managing your risk is crucial. Next is YDES, which has made a remarkable gain of 80.88% today, now sitting at $3.69. With a relative volume of 10.74, it's categorized as a potential runner. The expected upside is substantial at 87.3%, making it an intriguing pick. The peak trading window is noted to be before 3:30 p.m. ET, so keep that in mind. For your trade plan, consider entering at $3.69, with targets set at $5.53 and $7.38, while keeping a stop loss at $3.2321. Always remember, stocks with such high potential can also come with increased risk. Now let's look at JYD, which saw an increase of 18.64% today, bringing its price to $80.015. It has a relative volume of 10.18 and holds a potential runner status. The expected upside is 29.7%, which is decent for a stock in this range. Activity peaked before 3:30 p.m. Eastern, so timing could be essential here. For a potential trade plan, you might consider entering at $0.8015, aiming for a target of 1.2023 and a secondary target of 1.6031, with a stop loss set at 0.7214. Keep in mind, while the growth is promising, smaller stocks can be more volatile. SkyQ is up next, having increased 48.62% today, and currently priced at $1.73.89. The stock's relative volume is 833.78, categorizing it as a potential runner. The expected upside stands at 44.3%, which is quite attractive. The peak trading activity window was between 11 o'clock a.m. and noon Eastern Time. As for a trade plan, you might consider entry at $1.73.89, targeting $2.60 and $6.83 and $3.48, while setting a stop loss at $1.56.5. Just a quick reminder, keep an eye on your position size, since volatility can impact smaller stocks significantly. Last but not least is FRGT, which moved up 35.17% today, currently sitting at $5.15. The relative volume is at 12.28, and it's classified as a potential runner. With an expected upside of 55.0%, this stock is certainly one to watch. The peak trading window is between 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so timing your trades could be crucial. For a trading plan, consider entering at $5.15 with targets of $7.725 and $10.03, while maintaining a stop loss at $4.635. Always ensure you assess the overall market conditions, as they can greatly influence stock performance. Finally, we have ETS, which rose by 12.45% today, currently priced at $0.6162. With a relative volume of 38.24, it falls under the potential runner category. The expected upside is 44.4%, which is promising for those looking to enter. The peak trading window for this stock was noted between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. Eastern Time, which might be a critical time for activity. If you're thinking about entering, a plan could be to enter at $0.6162, with targets at 0.9243 and 1.2324, while placing a stop loss at 0.5546. Just keep in mind that smaller stocks can be unpredictable, so always manage your risk carefully. Wrapping up our session is Palm, which saw a 16.55% increase today, now at $1.748.3. It has a relative volume of 42.97 and is categorized as a potential runner. The expected upside is notable at 82.5%, making it an intriguing option for traders. The peak window is before 3:30 p.m. ET, so watch for activity during that time. In terms of a trade plan, you might enter at $1.748.3, targeting $2.6224 and $3.4966, while setting a stop loss